the large banks' desire for you to leave XRP. I want to go into more detail about what I mean when I say this in this video, because we have received some brand new statistics that break out the various US large institutions' involvement in the cryptocurrency space. I am about to present some figures that will astound you all when you consider the magnitude of adoptions that are occurring in the background. To begin this video, I wanted to briefly mention something Charles Hoskinson said earlier today. He thinks 2025 will be the biggest cryptocurrency bull market ever. I found this to be really interesting because it was one of the things that kind of beat everyone to the among many who expressed the opinion that 2024 and 2025 could be the most optimistic years for cryptocurrency to date was myself. This was an unpopular view at the time because everyone was promoting the theory of diminishing returns, which held that every bull market got longer and longer and less exponential, essentially indicating that the volatility of the cryptocurrency asset class would decrease over time. As you've undoubtedly heard me say countless times on this channel, I kind of broke the narrative when I began by stating, no, this time is completely different. The institutions entering this market at this time will fundamentally alter the dynamics of supply and demand. Gentlemen, in the Bitcoin market alone, we are witnessing the addition of flows of billions of dollars that the market has never seen before, and this is only the beginning. The time is almost here when every financial advisor on the planet will have a financial motive to push clients into the Bitcoin asset class. The widespread use of this technology is just beginning to change, and I firmly believe that this will result in price increases that are unprecedented in human history. I found it fascinating because it seemed like I was making a daring prediction when I came on here, stating that this would be the largest bull run we have ever witnessed. Thus, it's very interesting to see someone like Charles genuinely reaffirming that his ideas are the same. It will be fascinating to watch how things work out. However, gentlemen, I believe that the demonstrations I will be doing in this video will convey to you that, notwithstanding the current state of affairs, we are only beginning. Because of this, I want to take some time in this video to explain to you why I think the big banks want you to stay away from cryptocurrencies. After all, you wouldn't believe me if I told you that Vanguard, JP Morgan, and Goldman Sachs were all making significant investments in blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. Yes, over the past few years, JP Morgan has made a concerted effort to disseminate the myth that cryptocurrencies are nothing more than gigantic nothing, burgers that you shouldn't touch. Vanguard has shown itself to genuinely deny consumers access to the Bitcoin ETF. Given these facts, it would likely come as a surprise to learn that these institutions are actually making significant Bitcoin investments. Check out this chart by clicking on it. I know it's difficult for you to see the true contents of this chart. On the left, however, are the world's top 25 financial organizations, and at the top, there are numerous areas for their adoption of digital assets, including digital asset custody, digital asset investment, and digital asset usage. And as this graphic illustrates, a significant portion of the top 25 institutions are currently making significant investments in digital assets. Now, when they appear on CNBC, this is not what they tell you. This isn't what the news is telling you. They're actually telling you the complete opposite. It raises the question of why these institutions are telling you one thing while making such aggressive investments in this asset class. In actuality, this is the first time in history that retail has defeated establishments. When a new technology emerges, institutions usually invest in it through private seed rounds and accredited investor rounds. Since you can invest in it in any form, you can't really say that they are hiding anything from you. All they're doing is making the investment unavailable to you. However, cryptocurrencies are a whole other story. Here, we defeated the institutions for the first time in history. We are investing in the networks that the institutions now recognize will be essential to the operation of our financial system in the future. That means they are unable to discuss it. I do not want to draw too much attention to it. In actuality, they want to make every effort to keep you out while they expand their infrastructure investments. However, just looking at this figure should show you how heavily these institutions are funding this sector. And these are the world's top 25 biggest financial institutions. The big boys of the big boys are these guys. The men who created the system are these ones. These are the men in charge of the organization. This 25 bank group is not arbitrary. These are the major participants in the financial sphere. I can't emphasize enough how important this is. Is that what this is telling you? There, you outperform them. They are rushing to get things arranged before it's too late and are investing heavily in this asset class. Now, I want to demonstrate to you why, in my opinion, XRP and Ripple will be at the core of this change. And I believe it will truly help you understand why the major institutions hardly ever discuss XRP and Ripple. So little is discussed in the mainstream and on CNBC. However, I just want to get right to the point. Gentlemen, Ripple has always aimed to connect with these significant financial organizations and assist them in implementing blockchain technology. Ripple has known from the beginning that this is the moment we're in, correct? It seemed inevitable that these white boxes would turn green. They were always aware that these establishments would require assistance in updating their tracks. Furthermore, it demonstrates how far ahead of the curve Ripple has been from the beginning. Numerous other cryptocurrency networks are attempting to work around the system in order to avoid these major participants. Ripple recognized that these major companies possessed all the assets and value. Therefore, helping them change their systems would be essential to achieving widespread network adoption. Network effects are currently present at these institutions. Furthermore, Ripple realized that their network impacts would not disappear. All they need to do is maintain their current client base and assets by adding new rails and covering them with next-generation technology. This was an incredibly clever tactic, and what I'm about to demonstrate to you will demonstrate that XRP and Ripple are at the core of all of this adoption and behind-the-scenes development. The document you are currently viewing is an internal report that discusses how these banks' adoption is influencing the public cryptocurrency market. And take a look at this right here. Large institutions and central banks are showing the most interest in and adoption of Ripple compared to other cryptocurrencies. The primary uses of cryptocurrencies are as settlement proxies for CBDCs and as bridge currencies for crypto assets. Hey guys, the large banks on the back end know what we know. All they want is to avoid confirming it. They are aware that Ripple is one of the few businesses developing practical technologies to revolutionize the banking industry. They realize that of the few digital assets available, XRP has the potential to improve trains as they currently exist. But they are unable to discuss it. They are reluctant to discuss it because they are aware of the chaos that would ensue for XRP if they did. Examine the following events from 2018. When CNBC featured XRP, the stock's price increased by tens of thousands of %. As you can see, the institutions are actively developing their systems at the moment and are aware that XRP and Ripple are among the few systems that are prepared for institutional adoption. They wish for you to be unaware of it. Since they are now establishing their position in this asset, they do not want you to invest in it. To wrap up this video, I'd like to show you one last piece of information that I noticed earlier today. And the Vice President of Product at Ripple is the one who said this. The writer of this piece, Crypto Comes of Age and Banks Are Getting Into the Party, is him. For ages, there were many who claimed that banks would never deal with cryptocurrencies. It seemed inevitable that banks would participate in XRP. But as of right now, we know that was merely a story the banks propagated. Ripple is collaborating with these organizations in the background. These institutions can't tell you about how Ripple is assisting them in implementing digital assets. Because of this, all of these organizations claim that they are unable to discuss digital assets in public when questioned about them. Well, we don't see any use for it. However, we then witness the construction of enormous networks in the background. Hey guys, do you know why Ethereum, Uniswap, and meme coins are booming right now? It's because they're just retail goods. These are toys that retailers may play with. Since the institutions are aware that these are not enterprise-grade goods, they are free to promote them widely in the media. They can ignore these issues because, in the end, who really cares? The blockchain technology is neither institutional grade nor ready for production use. The scale of what XRP and Ripple are creating is far greater than most people realize. Behind closed doors, the institutions are discussing XRP and Ripple. They are constructing those railroads. Therefore, even though Ripple and XRP aren't everywhere in the retail news or in the things that you and I see on a daily basis, what is evident is that major institutions are aware of what Ripple and XRP are up to. The larger institutions are aware that they will not be able to provide the technology for the financial system of the future. They lack the necessary ability. These large organizations are aware that they won't be creating the framework for the financial system of the future. Their software is terrible. They are unable to perform the tasks that XRP and Ripple can. Ripple and XRP have known this from the beginning. They therefore went to the larger organizations and warned them that they would be left behind if they did not improve their systems. The only digital asset and digital asset firm with this concept was Ripple and XRP. Everybody else was attempting to go around the rules. All the other people were attempting to circumvent the system. The positioning of XRP and Ripple was to support the system. That is the age we are currently entering. They wish for you to be unaware of it. They desire you. They want you to avoid investing in useful assets and to continue pursuing meme currencies. Gentlemen, as we prepare for the greatest bull market ever, I have a sense that all of that will come to light and these assets will rise to their full value. In any case, I want to thank all of you for coming.